Another polycyclic ring system is the Spiro ring. Let's have a go at naming this molecule systematically according to IUPAC rules. Well, if it were a fused or a bridged ring, we would say bicyclo, but it's not. It's a Spiro ring. So instead, we say Spiro. That's not too difficult, I hope. Now we're going to look for the common carbon. In a fused or a bridged ring, there are two common carbons, but for the Spiro ring, there is only one common carbon. Here it is. Now, what about the pathways between the common carbon? For a fused or a bridged ring, there are three pathways, but for the Spiro ring, there are only two pathways. In this molecule, this pathway has 4 carbons, and this one 5 carbons. Lastly, we need to consider the total number of carbons in the molecule. So that's 10 carbons, decane. The systematic IUPAC name for this molecule, therefore, is going to be Spiro 4,5-decane. Now, very much like the fused and the bridged rings, we also find Spiro rings in nature. This molecule is called Erythrodiene, and it's found in coral. But if you look carefully at the Erythrodiene molecule, you're going to find the Spiro 4,5-decane ring structure. What about another example? Well, this is slightly simpler, but we're still going to look for that common carbon. Here it is. That is a very beautiful molecule, but oddly I find it a little less attractive if I think about it in 3D. But let's not get distracted. What about the name? We've got our common carbon. We're looking for the two pathways. In this pathway, there are 2 carbons, and in this pathway, there are also 2 carbons. What about the total number of carbons in the molecule? Well, we have 5 carbons here, so that's pent for 5, pentane. The systematic IUPAC name for this molecule is going to be Spiro 2,2-pentane. So, unlike the fused and the bridged rings that have pathway numbers starting from the larger number going to the smaller number, with the Spiro ring, the pathway numbers start at the smaller number and go to the larger number. So we go 2, 3, 4, for example, instead of 4, 3, 2, which is what we'd have done if it was a fused or a bridged ring.